Alright, we're live. We are Farm Sim 19, start from scratch. I'll tab over to the farm. I ended the video last time with some ground modification, and these hills are quite steep, so I've got some big drop-offs here, but we're going to live with that. This is the only thing I really don't like. I wish I could move that without selling it, rebuying it. And this is okay. So, we'll check our fields. Oh, I thought my wife was going to be watching TV, but she did go in the other room. That was nice of her. She was a little bit mad at me because I asked her, and she just got home from 2 months abroad. And I woke her up with my snoring last night, so she came in the living room, and then I got up early to do my early morning stream, and she was like, I'm not going back in the bedroom, but she did anyway. She turned the TV off. So I'll probably get in trouble later, but I can handle that. All right. We're checking our fields. I don't think, obviously we checked them right before we left. There's no change. Okay. So, starting from scratch basically means doing these to build up some money. Canola, field 5. And field 5's pretty big. Where's field 5? Yeah, field 5's pretty big. So we'll go ahead and borrow the items. And then we'll just tab into items at the store. Okay, we're going to start with the harvesting. You saw how even using workers, you can make money leasing the equipment using workers. Now, I did some of the work on that cotton myself last episode. Okay, but first of all, let's make sure we know how to get to 5. Okay, we can go up here and then make this right and go down to 5. Okay. There. So we're up to, oh, did I do that with you guys? That might have been another map. Okay, let me explain so you don't think I'm daffy, because I am. I've got several games going. On my personal game, I was testing out some things, and I did a mission for $28,000. It was cotton harvest, and it was 2 harvesters. So I put a worker on one of them, one of the cotton harvesters, and I used the other one, and I did all the transporting. So it worked very well, made a whole ton of money, and we're going to, if those jobs come up, we're not going to shy away from them. Still ever so slightly sick. Got to take my medicine, in fact, after my coffee. All right, that little road goes down and away, and then there's another little road right here. I'm thinking that on these missions or contracts that the game gives us, that they actually, they're the same. I gotta take a look at this. Which side is this on? Okay. Come on. Still I'm not, come on, 100% happy with my brake pedal. But that is a Logitech thing, not a game thing. Got it. Okay. Now, fold. That's folded, okay. All right. Okay. That's down. On, off. Boom. Very good. Yeah, we know. All right. So we're going to pull all the canola off the field and sell all of it. There is a point where in the contracts where you fulfill the amount that the farmer is expecting, and the rest goes right to your profits. So harvesting missions are especially good. unless they've nerfed it. I know they in 1.2, which I'm running now, it's the live release, not the beta. They have changed a few things game-wise, like the price of cotton, which I haven't, to tell you the truth, I haven't looked at. We'll do cotton farming, but later. This edge is at a slight angle. Even with these large fields, with all the fields pretty much they go close to the roads, cars interfere. The AI on traffic is one of the complaints that will not be addressed as far as I know. Pardon me. So I joined another group on Facebook. It's the PC only farm sim group, since I only play on PC. And I just did that this morning. Of course, you have to you answer some questions and read their rules. And this end, there's a lot of room. There's a road there, though. Well, I want to do it this way. Well, it sounds like a pretty good group. For the most part, I don't know. It could be horrible, but we'll find out. Should be all better, hopefully by Sunday. Tonight is Arthur's stream, multiplayer stream, which I'm going to make an attempt to get on. And of course I will be recording it for my part. And it'll be up on the channel. I can't get every Friday night off to play. So my crazy work schedule, it changes monthly. So when I get on, I will record those, but they will not be serial, because there'll be times when I'm working Friday and I can't do it. But I'm going to try. And of course, he's got a pretty big crew, and it's first come, first serve. So I'll be watching the previous video to know where those guys left off. I haven't been on Arthur's multiplayer for quite a while. I did Goldcrest. And it was a lot of fun. That was back when he used TeamSpeak. Now everyone has switched to Discord, which is fine. And back then, he was recording it for YouTube, but we didn't. We didn't have Twitch, so soon after that, after I was on, he started live streaming on Twitch, and I got into map modding. Kind of fell away from actual gameplay for a while. But now 19's been out for a few weeks, and other than me being so sick and not playing, I'll be putting out regular videos, and usually twitching early in the morning like this, Eastern time. So I would imagine I'd have more European viewers if anyone comes on. Are almost full. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't do it. Sorry, I didn't do a good job there. Realign. The only other addition I'm thinking of is track IR. Then I can really drive in cab and look around. I heard it works really well. I haven't heard many complaints about it, so we'll see how that goes. So those that are watching on YouTube, I have a Facebook page dedicated to my hobby or hobbies, and I always announce there when I'm going on. And oh, wasn't even paying attention. Luckily on the missions, I believe I have crop destruction on. I'm sure I do. Crop destruction on. In the missions, it's not on. Yeah. All right. Pipe out. All right, where's my pipe out? Okay. I can't remember at all. Do I not have it mapped? Uh-oh. I gotta use the keyboard. I'll figure out where pipe out is. I haven't done much harvesting. Toggle pipe. Oh, okay. Right, and then DP down. Pipe out. Found it. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So we got a tab over to this guy. We tabbed right into it. Good. And now I'm thinking, we'll try that. I wish it was a 15. I just can't get happy. I want to hear a little bit, but I don't want it to overshadow the game. Okay. See, when you go in cab, then it gets very quiet. That's fine. Whoops. Yep. Remember, this is my early morning Twitch. And so coffee kind of sometimes outweighs driving. Oh, there's the train. Not very good at cruise control without using cruise control. Oh, I forgot these guys go up here too. Alright, well, we'll set the cruise control then. MAN. One of the in-game trucks, and it looks good. Actually, I have only, oh, I do have a mod, guys and gals, that's outside of Giants, and that's the real time. I think I talked about putting it on here. I have the real time mod up in the upper right hand corner. You'll see it's 7:20 in the morning. That's where I am right now. It's Eastern Standard Time. It just happens to be United States East Coast. I am a Florida boy. Maybe a bit fast. There is our combine in drone view. I'm covered. Okay, so let's see if I can find that real quick. Left. Love it when a plan comes together. I recorded the first two sessions on Medium, and then I thought, you know, let me see what my mobile 880 card can do. And I put everything up to super high max settings. And guess what? The game's running just fine. And then I went in and the 880, the mobile 880 chip from NVIDIA, well, that's a 1080. And I didn't think the numbers went that way because my other laptop has a 1050 mobile chip. And I still may be wrong about that, but regardless of the chip, the graphics card I have, the game's running very well, maxed out. So I'm happy about that. I do a lot of drone view, and you see in the first videos when I was doing work, that circle that moves along with us, that was real close in. Now it's quite a bit further out. So, I am a happy camper. Both my computers are Alienware laptops. This is my big one. It's an 18-inch screen. One thing that I haven't messed with, and heard from one of my viewers that I'm too far away. Move the camera closer. So there, I just moved. Don't miss any camera. There. I moved the computer closer. The only way to move the camera, because it's integrated, is to get a different camera. And I'm not opposed to that. Track IR first. Well, that was a little sloppy, but that's okay. Wow, look at the maintenance on this combine. We're already at 1/4. I haven't played a single farm long enough to require maintenance. The old way I used to do it on 17 was with a mod, and I would go around every day with a toolbox in the pickup at about 5 p.m. and I would maintain all my vehicles. I never ran the numbers to see if it was better or worse or whatnot. But I wanted to do it as part of the simulation. So, oh, hey, hi, Grim. Well, I can't see it. It's gray. Grim Draco. Awesome name. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I'm fairly new to Twitch. I have about a dozen followers. And we are, this is a starting from scratch, and we are still on day 1. So this is a mission that I'm doing, or I still say mission, it's a contract. But glad to have someone here watching. Wonder if I could make Twitch chat a little bigger. I don't know how long you were there before I saw you, but it didn't immediately pop into my view. I'm on a single computer, so I have Twitch chat up on the screen, and that is that's how I'm chatting. Now, someone else told me to also put your Discord chat up, because people may chat there. Like, wow, okay. Feels like we'd be taking up a lot of real estate. I may try and do that, but you are also welcome to find me on Discord and join there on the Farm Sim voice. I will go back through that chat, see if there's any comments there, try to answer them. You know, I'm new, so I can keep up. I can answer everybody. There may come a time years from now where I've got so many people I just can't keep up. But anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Video card, I think we finished that conversation. Okay. So I got the settings on high. I'm using a Logitech G920 steering wheel. And with the shifter, which costs $50 extra, or $59, $60 extra. And it's new out of the box. So with this patch, version 1.2, I have 1.2.0.1 full support for my steering wheel, and many other controllers has been implemented, and it works great. If you were on, you saw me searching my cheat sheet here to the right, to my right, about how to put the pipe in and out. But I'll have to do that too. I went with just the straight default controls, which I may tweak. Plus, I have several controls on available. They're not being used, and so that's cool. I can put a few more things. The G920 has all of the buttons on the steering wheel. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, because I came from G27 and it had all of the buttons, the D-pad and the buttons on the shifter. But as I play with the default controls, they're not bad. Sorry, there's that cough again. They are not too bad. What I found happening before the patch is that the two paddle shifters on the wheel, they would not work. I don't know what they were set to or whatnot, but and I did go through and map over each one in the game, so that I was a little too much over that. So I was sure that everything would work, and it does. I just don't know all the controls. If you're playing Farm Sim 17, I wasn't paying attention. Stop, dude. And still don't like the brake pedal. I think that's where we were. But, oh, that's such a light gray. Let me get Grim Draco. When Grim came on, I was talking about the brake pedal, I think. And if I wasn't, I'm still complaining about it. I may even map the S key to an open shifter position. Now, see, that went right back. Alright, I have successfully completed a cup of coffee, and it was not ice cold when I finished. There we are. I'm not monetized, and I may be someday on YouTube. Of course, Twitch has its own set of monetization options. But like I say, I'm pretty new. I don't have a donate button. There's no ads if you go back and watch this on YouTube. And I'm doing this 100% because I really enjoy it. And it's relaxing, having a stressful job. A stressful job I love, but nonetheless a stressful job. Being homesick has been kind of good. Whoops. What happened there? Must have hit it twice. I know I was talking about the other controllers, Track IR. I'd love to hear from some more people who use it or have used it, whether they like it or not. And then Arthur, who I follow, pardon me, he uses a joystick, and that's, I don't have a joystick. He uses it for all the different crane controls and all that stuff. But the idea also is there's some more buttons on a joystick. Another thing to think about too is building a button board myself, which is a fun electronics project. I could have a side panel here on my left, and I could operate the most used things there. And it is possible with those to get a small joystick, put it right on that panel. I went with the G920, but there's also the G29, Mine is a PS4. I'm sorry, other way around. Mine is an Xbox controller, my steering wheel. And the G29 is a PS4. And so the controllers are slightly different. But I noticed they have a neat thing on the 29. They have this kind of little red wheel. And I don't know what's mapped to it, but like, oh, that might be useful in certain situations, you know. It's segmented, like, I don't know, 18 positions or something like that. But I haven't heard many people talking about using it for farm sim. Just when I was researching which wheel to buy, I went with the Xbox, the G920. I don't plan on getting a console. There is the possibility to move my desk in front of the big TV. I have a 65-inch flat screen with HDMI input, and I'm playing farm sim on that. I think that would be fun. Try it out, but it would take a lot because it would be moving the whole desk. The steering wheel and shifter are clamped to it, of course. So, I don't know. That's just a fun thing. But Track IR is coming, and I think I'll like that because I hate grabbing a mouse to look around when I'm driving. I watched Farmer Min, I think, M-I-N-N. I believe it was him. Possibly it was Farmer Klein. I can't remember which one, sorry. Anyway, both those guys, great videos, by the way. Farmer Min and Farmer Klein. So shout out to both. One of them uses Track IR. Unless I'm wrong and it was somebody else. And I really like the way the video came out. So there we go. So we'll see. We are at 48 minutes, so I don't think we're going to finish. Yeah, we're not even halfway done with this field. I do hour-long videos, and so we're coming up. We're at 48, 49 minutes. So we'll have an ending here in a little bit, and then we'll come back at the next episode and finish this field. I don't know if anybody's gone back and watched videos on my YouTube channel. When I first got my headset, it's a 7.1 surround sound headset, and the first time that dog barked, I turned around and looked over my shoulder. That was it was that realistic. Now, of course, I'm used to it, but boy, did it really surprised me how realistic that was. Sorry. Draco, that's not Lord of the Rings, that's Harry Potter. Malfoy. Yeah, was that Malfoy? I think. My grandchildren are having the entire Harry Potter series read to them. Their mom, my daughter, is that's their nightly story, and they're really loving it. I have 3 boys, 3 grandboys, and so my daughter, who has her hands full, she's reading to all of them, but the little guy, he kind of falls asleep early. He doesn't really know. But the 2 older ones are a year apart, and they're really into it. So I know that she'll keep that up. I think it's a great thing. I am still in the throes of trying to write my science fiction novel. I gotta be honest, when you're sick like I was sick, you don't feel like writing. Playing farm sim, that's fine, but oh man, do not feel like writing. It's a lot of fun, and of course I do it for fun, but that I would like to sell. So that's definitely on the table. I have the complete story arc laid out. 3 main sections. And if I write a lot, possibly a trilogy. Okay, 53 minutes. Let's go back and harvest a little more. Try to get to a good point where the truck's full. So I've been a science fiction fan forever. I was born in '61, and Star Trek, of course, came out a few years after that. And I didn't really get into it when it was new. But Saturday afternoons, my brother and I would watch TV with my dad before he went to work. And sometimes we'd cook together. And that was wonderful times. But Bonanza was on, Lost in Space was on, Star Trek, the Mod Squad, And Dad, my brother, and I would watch that stuff. And sometimes we'd make Clams Casino, and then Dad would go off to work. So I spent a lot of Saturday afternoons doing that. Of course, then we'd go out and play, you know, whatnot. But yeah, it was funny. We wanted Pong came out when we were little kids, and we wanted it bad. But then right after that, Super Pong came out. So then my parents relented and got us Super Pong, and it was awesome. And that's, I mean, you remember those? It was just that paddleboard game on the TV, and oh man, the controllers were toy-like, and they broke fairly quick. I don't even know who made that. That might have been Nintendo, but I don't want to badmouth any of the controller, any of the console people. But oh, I remember those days. I was fascinated. And then, of course, I grew up and I didn't really maintain. Ah, did it again. I don't know what I'm doing there. I think I gotta go BX instead of XB in order. So then I really didn't get back into video games per se till I was an adult, and I bought a used computer that had DOS 5.1 on it, pre-Windows stuff, and it came with a, you know, the guy had the huge owner's manual, but he had one game also on there, and it was 5 1/4 inch floppy disks that we had back then, and I thought it was fascinating. But the game was Sid Meier's Civilization, the very first one, but he didn't have the manual for it, so I got involved in the game, and oh my gosh, it was absolutely fascinating. I had to learn the game without ever seeing any bit of the owner's manual. The internet wasn't invented yet, so I had no help, and oh, it was just fascinating. I'd played that for hours, and then I was hooked. So then, of course, got Windows 3.1 machine, and I started buying games, and trying to buy. I was making money, so I buy a couple hundred games, 3 or 4 of them are good, you know. Kind of, okay, the ratio might be a little off there. All right, we're at 59 minutes. Let's go dump this load. Truck. Don't know if we'll fill it up or not. Might. Let's go get in and see how full we are. Oh, there it is. All right. see where we're supposed to take this. Port grain elevator over to the port. We're at 60 minutes. I'm going to go over a little bit, but that's okay. Let's get in cab. Wow, this has a lot of wobble when you got a full load. I've been playing on the map, you know, since the game came out, but I'm still not intimately familiar with every single turn like I got on, of course, Goldcrest. I could drive anywhere and everywhere almost. Well, that was my eyes closed, but you know what I mean. I knew what was coming up 2-3 turns down the road. That should be this facility here. There's the train. Now there was an entrance back behind me, which I passed, so it might have been good to go in there. Oh, here's an entrance. Okay, we know the train is passed on behind us. Okay. And there it is. And we're going to stay in cab view. There it is. All right, we're emptying out. And we'll see, we're almost halfway done, so this should be 40-50% of the field. See what percentage. Oh, 62% of field 5. All right, we'll pull out of here. There we go. Park right here. Shut down. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And tell all your friends. And I will see you on the farm. Good day.